Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for math. So, let's get going. You're going to need to start with this application page right here. Lesson 26 up in the top. And this one's a little bit tricky for us to do at home because it says, draw a happy face in a row or line for each person sitting at your table. Well, does that mean I only want you to write one because you're the only one sitting at that table there? No. Let's do this one together. And I'm going to have to use this paper. And what we're going to do is we're going to think about your tables that we have here at school. How many kids sit at one of those tables? I'm hoping you're saying 6 because there's 6 people. 2 on either side and 2 on the ends, so that makes 6. So, on your paper, I want you to make a line of 6 happy faces. Let's not make them too big because you need to do 6 of them. So I'll do them here while you're doing yours at home. 1 happy face, 2 happy face, 3 happy face, 4 happy face, 5 happy face, and 6 happy face. So, on your paper you should have 6 happy faces like this. Now the next part says, now draw each pencil at your table in a row or line. Well, you don't have pencil, I don't know, so I made a cup of pencils here. Let's count these and find out how many there are, and then we'll all write those on our paper, okay? So here we go. We'll take them out and we'll just drop them in one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Always one tries to get away. 8. So there are 8 pencils that we're going to draw on this worksheet. Okay? So here we go. I'm just going to make lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you want to make them look more like pencils, you can put like a little eraser on the end of it. And maybe make a little pointy point for what you write with. Oh, they look more like candles. How about triangles? That's not bad. Okay, now what we're going to do is draw a line between each pencil and each person and find out if there are more pencils or more kids. So here we go. Draw a line from this one to this one. Now I'm not going to draw a line from here to this one too. Each kid doesn't get 2 pencils, 1 pencil per kid, and 1 kid per pencil. So 2 pencils can't be for 1 kid. So that one goes there, that one goes there, that one goes there, and that one goes there, and that one goes there. Now look what happened. I have got 2 pencils here that have no kid. Nobody's going to be using 2 pencils. Look. There's 2 pencils left over after everyone grabs a pencil. So, that means, what does it mean? Can you tell me? It means that there are more pencils than there are kids. Now, isn't this interesting that this line is much longer than this line, isn't it? This is a shorter line because pencils are skinny and faces are round. But there are more pencils than kids at the table. Okay? So make sure you get your name on that. Don't be in the no-name walk of shame. There's no place for you to write your name, so just find a place to write it. Okay. Look what I got here. I'm going to bring you guys way up close so that we can look at this and talk about what we have here. We got shapes just like yesterday. A lot of shapes. And the question is, yesterday we what we did is we compared groups and we counted groups and we organized them so it was easier for us to tell. Instead of just in a big jumble like all these are, what we're going to do is we're going to organize and make some groups, some sets, so that we can compare them. All right? Now, if I were to ask you, are there more circles or more squares? Just looking at this, that would be tricky. So what we're going to do, let's put them together in a set. Yesterday we put them in a line, so today we're going to put them in a column. So I'm going to get every circle, and we'll start right here. You can see that. And I'm just going to put them in a column, up and down instead of across. Is that all of them? No, there's more. Any more? Here's one over here. Yep, okay, and then one more. Yep, here's one right here. Put that there, okay? Now, what are we comparing them to? Squares. So let's get all the squares, start lining up, and a column down here. Is that all of them? Nope. Now, if we just look at these two columns, we see that this one is longer than this one, but I also see that squares are bigger than circles. So what am I going to do to make sure that I get the right thing? Let's get red so we can really see that contrast here. I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to make partners between the circles and the squares. So this guy goes here, here, there, 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 there. Aha! What do we see? Oh, you're probably shouting, look, I missed one, because there's supposed to be that many squares. Okay, so now yesterday we used the word more. There are more. Well, let's count them and write. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 circles. Let's count the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 squares. Okay, now yesterday we said use the word more. There are more squares and circles. But today we're going to use this word. There are less circles than squares. That's the opposite, right? There are less circles than squares. Let's compare rectangles and hexagons. We'll make a column here. All the rectangles. Oops. It's going to be a little bit too tall, won't it? How about right there? Perfect. Right down to the bottom. Okay, there's my rectangles. And let's do the hexagons here in a column. All right, now that's nice and organized. But now I see that the rectangles column is much longer than the hexagons, but I also see that the rectangles are much longer than the rectangles. So let's draw a line to make partners. Each partner only gets one partner. Okay, what do you see? One left over. So there are more hexagons than rectangles. Let's count the rectangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 more hexagons, or as we're working with today, we would say that there are fewer rectangles than hexagons. All right, let's get ready for the worksheet. I'll show you this right here. Now this is very similar to the one you did yesterday. You're going to count how many balls of yarn there are, put that number here. How many baskets, put that number there. And then you're going to compare, and down here it says blank is less than blank. So you're going to choose which of those numbers is less and put it here, and which one is more here, okay? If you want to, you can draw a line from the yarn to the basket and see which one has leftovers. Same with golf clubs, write how many golf clubs and how many golf balls, how many bears and how many paw prints. Write those numbers and then write which one is less first. Blank is less than blank. And then on the back, once again, we're rolling dice. Can you believe it? So this time you're going to draw your pictures in your sets in columns instead of rows like we were doing. These are in rows, right? But here we're doing columns like we did on our whiteboard here. So if you want to stop now, you can just roll the dice and write the numbers. Otherwise, I'm going to give you two numbers with the dice here. With my dice rolling all the way over the floor. First number is 2. So I want you to write a 2 right there, the number 2. And then we got a 5. Write the number 5 here, and then you're going to compare those two numbers. Okay. Now we got the number 6. Write 6 here. And 1. Write 1 here. Okay, so you're going to write 2, draw a set of 2 things here. You're going to draw a set of 5 things here, a set of 6 things here, and a set of 1 thing there, and then you're going to fill in the blanks, and then you'll be done. And that is the end of math today. And I will see you guys tomorrow for our last day of online learning. Adios, Cinnamon Toast.